All right, so I'm here with Anna and we're working on Murphy's Law, which is a fun game. Why don't you give your little log line there while I set up my
Do you want
layer?
me to actually read it or just kind of go from memory?
I'll just go from memory.
So, Murphy's Law is about an accidental sheriff of a wacky Wild West town, and you have to help him overcome the bad guys who are trying to cause chaos and mischief. And
Right.
it's also a card game.
Right, so it's a digital card game.
Right.
Just like the Wild and Wacky Sheriff. And yeah, so you've been working in Photoshop on this the whole time, on Illustrator? Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I kind of just want to start by centering the thing, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to analyze your layers a second. Um, I see this, but that's off. So where is all this stuff at?
So there's a lot of stuff inside of stuff because I because I
Maybe what
wanted
I'll do instead of
to
moving stuff is I'm going to hit C for crop. And crop does more than like cutting. It actually can do expanding too.
Mhm.
So I'm going to just take it. Oops. Um, Command Z. I just want a little bit more here and a little bit more there.
Mhm.
Um, this layers is kind of in my way. Is that going to be more or less centered? I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. These will help me to see that. So I'm going to hit return. And it looks like because I have black in my background, it's going to pop that black into it. But I want it to be white for right now. So I'm going to double click this background. It will unlock it by hitting layer 0 over on my other screen. I'm going to hit return and G for dumper and grab white and just dump more white in it. Now, do you imagine your game being like on a white table? Is white going to be an important color in your life of Murphy's
Oh,
Law?
I'm thinking a lot of the colors will be. I was thinking maybe brown, obviously, because
Yeah,
dusty, dirty, old, kind of Wild West,
that's
like
true.
pale browns.
Yeah,
Right, but so I've got lots of reds in there, so I was thinking going really pale with it.
yeah. The dusty. I'm going to try this. So we're going to just try what this looks like in this, and we might have to shift it, and that's feeling too yellow to me. So Command
Mm-hmm.
U, and I'm going to darken it a little bit, just so that everything inside can pop it. Yeah, now we're getting there. Just dirt, right? And this
Yeah.
could be like a wood platform. It could be dust, could be something else.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're not being blinded by the white of the background, and it's starting to be its own thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's really coming along great. And I love the little teapot actually coming off. It might be a little bit too far off, but I don't think it's random. I think that you have an explosion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. Well, I had it above his head, but it was just like I don't know, it felt like it didn't belong there, and also I didn't want to overcrowd the space.
mhm.
Yeah, my line works on a separate layer of the
Yeah,
color.
so I've got auto select set, but if I say auto select group, it will auto select the group. And because you've got it grouped really nice, like it could just be at the end of that or something.
Mm-hmm.
Command T was the transform. I really think that you are really very, very close to being done. I think you just need to paint your little rabbit dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm changing Murphy just because the warp I did on it is a little off kilter. It's not quite clean enough. So I'm going back and I'm redoing that.
Okay. Um, I think it could use a little bit of space
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
between Law and Murphy's.
Yeah.
So if I click on
Yep.
Murphy, looks like
Murphy's
got
it's a separate object, yeah.
Yep. And then maybe instead of pushing it up into him, I'll take Law and I'll push that down
Law is also it's two things.
inside of
Yeah.
down here somewhere. Where is Law?
It's somewhere. I
Lemon.
think it's probably up at the top because it's above the explosion.
It's in group 8, I bet.
Yeah.
There
I
it is.
forgot to label
I'm
it.
going to turn off auto select group because what was happening is just selecting all of that. So now that I found it, I can just move it. So we just want to move it down a bit and then move Murphy's, which is up here. down just a bit.
Because
So
my thought was I could also put the character Murphy slightly over top of the word Murphy.
you
So
can,
it's like
yeah,
he's
he can be
resting his
over
arm
top.
on it.
Oops, you can see. I have to keep turning on and off auto select. Okay, I think that this is lovely, the way that you're painting your 3D stuff. How did you do it? How did you accomplish it?
So I copied each letter once I'd warped it and I shrunk it down slightly and I offset it towards the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just connected a line here and a line there and filled in the empty space.
Mm-hmm. It looks great. So
Thank
one
you.
thing that I would recommend actually is to, let's try this. I think it could be kind of a quick, I'd love to see some orange red explosion feeling up
Yeah.
into the law part. So let's try layer style. It might work. I might have to paint it. We'll have to see. So layer style, and the gradient overlay, or maybe an outer glow. We'll see. Holy cow, look at how that actually did all kinds of lighting. Okay, not bad. It's got some weird colors, but I think we're getting there. So what we want to do is, we click on this, and that gives us these whatever gradients. And there are some preset ones. There's probably one that's like fire. No, just
I saw
cloud.
some reds and oranges. Ooh.
Let's try it.
Mm.
I mean, where I'm seeing the gradient, it's not a bad gradient,
Yeah,
but
I mean, I
that
think so. I
that
was a little
W
bit
looks
darker with this color. So if you click on that and you go into like maybe, I mean, I really like it being intense like that.
yeah.
Okay, so then now let's try to do another additional glow factor. So we're doing that, and now I want to try probably, let's try an outer glow, but not the crazy blue that I've been putting on everybody else's. You get a special orangey with no, it's got the dotty dotty. You see that? It's got noise. I turn the noise down and opacity down and spread. Just gotta get, like, I don't know if the outer glow is gonna function for you.
Yeah.
You can
Because that wouldn't be hard to just do by myself. Just grab a soft brush and go underneath that layer.
I'm gonna turn off outer glow. I don't think it works. So sometimes they don't work. You just gotta like try things, right? Um,
And it wouldn't
but
be
I
hard because I
think,
think
yeah,
the reason, oh, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Well, listen, I think the reason why some of the effects aren't working very well is the underlayer of like the 3D effect I did for Law isn't a solid like object, like it's a lot of strokes.
Yeah, I think it's turning out great. I'm gonna pick a color from over here, this yellowy color, and I'm just gonna kind of paint into it with the softer brush. But what I'm gonna do is, yeah, just kind of like, I have to actually select it though. So I'm gonna Command Z multiple times. Now I'm gonna come to this law, Command click it, that selects whatever those pixels were that were here. Now I'm gonna go to here. And now I'm gonna hit Command H, which hides my dancing hands. Now I'm gonna come and paint it. So I'm gonna go big. Get a little bit of this action. And I want this to have like kind of a hard edge here. So I'm gonna come and get this part right here. So now if I hit Command D, you can see it's got it. And I need to erase that weird little thing that I.
My bit of concern is with it being yellow on yellow, especially with like colorblind filters, is it going to show up?
Well, we can test it because check this out. I'm hitting F for full screen and then I can switch it over. So you can go to View and through Setup. And I think you've already known about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've been checking back and forth.
It looks great. We're seeing right here more, and that's good. We want to see this character when he finally gets painted. But this has light. It's still reading.
Okay.
He's a little bit of darker right there, maybe. But
Because I was moving around some of
Blue
my.
coming in, I would recommend a little bit more bluing to some of your silver things,
Mhm.
and you'll have the yellow blue that you might want.
Yeah. Because I was moving around some of my stuff because like I had the pepper was originally where the paint can was and it just really faded in. So I was moving some stuff around
Mhm.
just to make sure stuff stood out. And like I moved the lemon and whatnot.
Yeah. So, Jalen, have you ever seen that colorblind feature that they have here?
I see that. That looks nice though.
Yeah. So just for this toaster, like I'm just gonna tell the toaster to go a little bit more blue, and I think
Mhm.
this is probably your paint, right?
Hmm.
Up your line. So command U, and I'm just gonna colorize. I'll just shift it to yellow because that's what's in there, but I'm gonna shift it to just slightly blue. And it's making it pop off that screen anyways, which is good.
Hmm.
This is before and this is after. So the blue is, I think, more functional. And then now it's window, not, no, not window, view, proof setup, and come on, and Dirtinopia, which is the full-on red, green colorblind, and that blue of the toaster is popping out now.
Hmm.
They're colorblind.
And I like how it's opposite the spray paint can, so it's kind of got like that pulls your eyes to both sides, it balances it so it's not super heavy on either side.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Murphy's Law. And then you're gonna paint him, and if he's slightly a little bit blue too, it's gonna pop
Mhm.
really nicely.
I was thinking maybe going with like a gray rabbit anyways, so turning that gray slightly bluish wouldn't be hard at all.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Here's Murphy. I'll option click him and command U him and colorize and darken and saturate and see. I'm still in. I'm in Duratinopia, so now Am I? I think I am. Yeah. You.
Mhm.
I have to say okay, and then you proof setup color blindness. I need back to monitor. We don't want him to be that blue. So command U. We just grayish blue is what we were all thinking, I think, right? Desaturate. Grayish bluish white, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, something in that range. Even lighter, probably.
Ooh, yeah, that looks
It's
nice.
gonna look
Oh
great.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, now let's just check it over there again. So window, or I'm sorry, view, proof setup, Dirtinopia. See, it just pops. It's going to be great. Congratulations on a great project and actually being very close to being finished too.
Mhm.
So you just need to paint it out.
Mm-hmm.
The character itself.
Yeah.
I'll save this and I'll put it on the Google Drive if you want to just grab it.
Yeah, thank
we
you.
have this recording for you, and way to go.